Let's explore your library. Your library can be a powerful tool. The Edmodo Library allows teachers to store and manage documents with a wide range of file formats. With the ability to access these files anywhere and share them with group members or peers. The library link is on the top. You can add content, any type of file, a photo, a video, a document, and you can also add web links to your library. Your library has unlimited storage space. However, each piece of content added must be under 100 megabytes, so remember that. All you have to do to add to the library is click Add to the Library button. You need to know where the document is stored or what the link is that you want to upload. Files, upload. See, it says 100 megabytes max. It reminds you there. Click on Upload. Where is the file? More pictures of my nephew. You open it up and you click Add to Library. The little picture of my nephew and my sister are now in the library. You want to add a link? Add to Library. Click on Link. Know the web address, or you see how it says embedded code? You can also embed, just say a Glogster or an Edmodo using the embed code. And you get the embed code for a video, a YouTube video. You can add it there as well. Let me show you that. Let's take a look at 2 ways of embedding something. You can embed a link. So just say I wanted to embed this link to the YouTube video about settings and notifications. And you could do this for any website. So it doesn't have to be a video. It could just be a link to a site. You go to the site, highlight the web address, copy it. Go back to Edmodo. Make sure you're on link. And then Control V for paste, right click for paste, paste it in there. And if you click in there, you'll see what title of the web page. I don't know what exactly is going to come up. Ah, it found the title. And then I add it to the library. Now I've added it as a link. Here it shows it. So if I click on it and I go to view, you can play the video. Or it'll basically take you to the website. Another way to add it, a video, or anything, like I said, a Glogster, an Edmodo, any kind of gadget with an embed code. Click on Embed. Here's the embed code. It says after making your selection, copy and paste the above embed code. It has already highlighted it. I edit, I copy it. I go back to my Edmodo library. I want to add it to the library. It's under link or the embed code. So I'm going to click it, either edit paste, control click paste. I don't know what it's going to show you, probably nothing because there's not a title. A short description is required, it's telling me. So I have to obviously make a description. So I'm just going to call it Edmodo Stuff. I'll click Add to Library. And there it is, Edmodo Stuff. When I go to look at it, it basically pretty much going to look the same as the settings and notifications. So that's how you can add things to your library. Now, your library is just yours, so it's nobody else's. You can't share your library with people. It's one thing to remember. So no matter if you are a member of many groups and the owner of many groups, when you want to add something to a group, you first add it to the library and then share it with the group. One thing that's important, if you are the owner or a co-teacher of a group, you can create a folder for the group to share resources and put resources in. If you are not the owner or creator of a group and you create a folder to share with people, yes, you can share it with other members of the group, but they can't put resources in it. So it's something to consider when you're managing a group. Do you just want to have one big folder for resources? Because if a whole bunch of people start creating a whole bunch of folders, that group's going to have a lot of folders. So just something to think about. Just remember your library is yours. So in your library, you can create a new folder. So just say I want to create a folder for Edmodo Training Resources. Let me just show you that again. You would do, under folders, you'd say New, and you could type in the name, Edmodo Training Resources. You can share it with any of the other groups that you want, if you want to. Now, since I'm the owner of the Edmodo Training Group, it can become that resources folder. So not only am I sharing it with the group, but I can also add documents to it from other posts from other group members. So I can click on Edmodo Training and click Create. And now what I can do is I can take something from the item and pick what folder I want to put it in. So if I want to put this Edmodo Stuff video in, I can click Edmodo Training Resources and hit Apply. So now, if I go back to my Edmodo Training Group, when it lets me, there is now a folder, Edmodo Training Resources, and I click on it and there's my Edmodo stuff. So your library can be a powerful tool. Remember, your library is just your own, and if you want to share things with people, if you're the owner of the group, you can go to your group and create a folder and put stuff in it. No one else can put stuff in your folders. If you're not the owner of a group but want to share resources for some reason with the group and you don't want to just post it and you've got a whole bunch of things, otherwise I would just post it and let people save as they want, but just say you have a whole bunch of resources, you could do new and lots of resources. Just I'm naming it whatever I want. But you should name things specifically, because if you get into a lot of groups and join different groups, you want to be specific. So if I want to share my lots of resources with just say my Great Ideas group, I can click Create and I can put whatever resources I want. So I can basically click on all these resources and select all of them. And it'll show me all. I've got 6 items selected. Well, what folder do I want to put them in? It shows Edmodo Training Resources because something is already in there. So I want to find my lots of resources, and I click Apply. So now if I look in lots of resources, everything's in there. Edmodo Training Resources. So the folders do 2 things. They help you organize yourself, and it's a way for you to share items with other people. Favorites is also displayed in your profile. So you can mark things as favorites if you want to put them in favorites. So just say, I want this in my favorites. I can mark it in favorites. And under my profile, if I go to my profile, so if you have some really, really important, amazing documents, under your profile, your favorites, there's all your favorites. So this is, we'll talk about profiles more later. So what I just want to reiterate about the library, what some people get confused of, is this is your library. Nobody can see your library. You want someone to see something in your library, you can either post it. So when you want to post something from your library, you can do that as well. Okay, you can post documents that aren't in your library, links that aren't in your library, but you can also post things from your library. The folders over here, new, this are the folders that are for you to help organize, and you want to share a folder with someone or a group, you click on it, it tells you who it's shared with, or you can choose what you want to share. So you want people to see a whole bunch of things, put a lot of things in there. Instead of just posting things to a page, you can do it that way. But remember, if you're the owner of a group and you create a folder in a group, you're the only one that can add things to the folder. Okay? That's not going to be the folder in your library. That's going to be different, and I'll show you what I mean by that, because some people get this confused. Okay, so I'm going to go back to Home and just say I am the owner or co-teacher of the Edmodo user group. Okay, so this is the Edmodo user group folder. Okay, if I go to Edmodo Training, Edmodo Training Resources folder, these are folders that I created, okay, as a group owner. I can add things to these folders, but nobody else in my group can. So if someone is not a co-teacher of your group, like a student, and they want to share resources, they need to make a folder and then share it with the group. I hope this isn't too confusing. If it is, send me an email and we can talk about it.